Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Kame House Party for another week. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And we are the hosts of the world's bestest and only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch-along podcast. And, that's universe-wide, baby. And we got another great episode of Dragon Ball Z to talk about. But before we do any of that, we got a little Kame housekeeping we got to do. And Aaron, I'm going to preempt this Kame housekeeping because I just want to shout out our home network, the Moonshot Network. This past weekend, they ran a charity stream for Advocates for Trans Equality, A4TE, and their goal was 5,000. Moonshot raised in 3 days $8,036.69. Congratulations to the Moonshot team, and also nice. It was very fun to be a part of it, and we love being part of the Moonshot Network. So congrats to the team for that amount of money and a lifetime total raised of $34,586.81 over their lifetime on Tiltify. That's amazing.
That's insane. That's such a for a scrappy team. The Moonshot Network is, I don't think I'm telling tales outside of school. It's not some big corporate entity. It is run by the podcasters themselves. It is a grassroots network. So that amount of money raised is incredible. And it's thanks to the generosity of lovely folks like yourself.
Exactly. So, just a huge congrats and thank you for letting us be a part of the Moonshot Network. Now, we can get on to the craziness that is the rest of our podcast with the first piece of Kame housekeeping, which is the world famous, UN sanctioned, checks notes, and Olympic Committee approved 1 minute roundup snaps.
Listen here, Buster. This here is piranha territory. And you think you can dance your way onto 17th Street?
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots because a little fish got bent out of shape. Why don't you go back to the pond where you came from? Because I came to this city to dance, buddy. And I'm not afraid of you or anybody else on 17th Street.
Look at you, you're not even affiliated with a gang. How you think you're going to survive Dance City in the 5 dance boroughs?
How about these moves? Paso del play. Chicane. Fosse.
Huh? Wait
Michael Jack.
He's doing a 3/4 beat. Hold on, let me rub my eyes. I can't believe it.
Boss, your glasses are fogged up. What's going on?
I can't believe these dance moves. Huddle up. All right, all 20 of you boys, huddle up.
What do we do, boss?
Yeah, his dance moves are too good. We can't outdance him.
Yeah, boss. I got 2 left feet.
And I mostly do lighting.
I'm the boss's younger brother.
And I'm the boss's younger brother. I get milk for everyone. I can't beat him.
and scene. The specific of I get milk for everyone.
What else is he gonna do?
He's too young. He's too young to hit the opium pipe. Okay, he's gotta get milk for the boys.
We need strong bones to dance.
Oh my goodness, that is an improvised scene that we do at the top of every show to loosen or tighten our dance muscles. Got him. For whatever the show may require or whatever our discussion of this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z will, spring forth into our imagination. And with that gleefully out of the way, I really loved laughing at that one. We can move on to the 1 minute roundup proper, where I tell you, the listener, that one of us, this time Aaron, has 60 seconds, 600 segundos, I don't know how to say that I don't know how to say seconds in Japanese, but I can say hachiju, which is, I think, 60. You got 60 seconds to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. That is, Aaron, are you ready for this number? We've covered over 197 episodes of Dragon Ball Z and over 153 episodes of Dragon Ball. And Aaron, because of our Goku Day stream, I'm also going to let you throw in any of the movies if you want to summarize those for the people at home, because we do that so that you, the listener or the viewer, don't have to go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z to get caught up to where we are now, or listen to every single episode of the podcast. But I mean, we offer that as an out, but people do it anyway, Aaron. So they like to see us squirm, and I like to see you squirm. So I'm going to ask you the question that I have to. No. He recoiled.
I'm pulling back in disgust. You're right.
He recoiled, but I'm leaning in to ask you, Aaron.
Putting the hand up against the wall. What's that? There's a term for that, isn't it? The anime thing?
That is an anime thing.
That's what you're doing to me virtually.
I'm doing that to you virtually. I kind of want to do it to you in person now because I'm so much
You're tall
taller
enough.
than you.
We'll see. Look, 200 a month on the Patreon. You'll get that video footage.
200 a month, you get a 60-second video.
One time.
And for the one time, Aaron, I have to ask you, are you ready to round up?
Yes, I am. No, I'm confident about this. Yes, I am. Here it goes.
There we go.
Because Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. If you collect them all, you get any wish you want. It stars Goku. He's the man, but he's a boy now. He's got a tail. He learns karate. He fights bad guys who want to use the Dragon Balls for bad. He wins a tournament after 3 tries because he's great. Then he has a kid. But before that, he gets married because he's Christian. So he's an alien. His brother from space comes down, beats him up. He dies. He trains in the afterlife, comes back, beats up the other aliens from his home planet. All of his homies die. So he goes to another planet to get more Dragon Balls. He ends up beating the baddest dude in the universe by becoming the legendary Super Saiyan. He comes back down from there. There's people from the future. There's androids and androids from the future. He beats all of them except Cell because he gets his son Gohan to beat up Cell for him. And we're pretty sure that's the direction the show's going to go. We're going to follow Gohan from now on. But now we're following Goku in the afterlife because he's fighting all the greatest warriors from a bunch of different universes. Ooh.
Hey. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you. Are we saying that Goku is a good Christian man?
You know what, Aaron?
No, I don't know if there's enough evidence.
Maybe, do you want to revisit it throughout the episode to see if Goku's a Christian man?
If anyone wants to argue for the fact, if anyone wants to write in with either, I'll let you say what they can write in with if they want. But if you want to write in with evidence to why Goku is a follower of Christ, a fisher of men, you can do that by writing to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Vince, what other things can they send our way?
You can also send your own 1-minute roundup. You can take all the time and editing that you need to send us the MP3 of your 1-minute roundup to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Yeah, let us take a break from this every now and again, if you so choose. We really do enjoy them when people send them. They either do too much production from our perspective or the bare bones, and we love it either way. So send your Christian thoughts on Goku and your 1-minute roundups to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Both could be in the form of an MP3.
If you give us a minute-long diatribe on Goku is canonically Christian.
Yeah. Because MP3 is the Christian file format.
3, like the Holy Trinity.
Thank you.
M for some Roman numeral.
Yep. 33, I believe.
P for Prince of Peace.
There we go. It all fits. Just like this last and final piece of Kame housekeeping, where I tell the listener that Aaron and I watched 2 different versions of the show. I watch the English Funimation dub, aka the funny dub, while Aaron watches the original Japanese language English subtitle version of the show, because comparing and contrasting is fun. And I'd like to see an AI do that.
We won't ask it, but
we won't ask it. Gemini, shut the fuck up. And usually the first thing that is different between our two episodes is the title. So, Aaron, I'm going to give you the English title for this week's episode, which is episode 198 of Dragon Ball Z. Final round.
Vince, I think you'll be happy to find out that those two words are in my title in that exact order. But what other surprises are in store?
Oh, I'm bracing for commas.
let's not delay any further. Don't worry about it. I can safely say there are no commas, because my title for episode 198 of Dragon Ball Z, from the original Japanese, roughly translated, is Final Round of Flame. Goku or Paikuhan?
Oh, what a ride.
A flame?
A flame.
That was
false advertising, but we're about to get into it. Because, oh boy, Goku defeated Aqua last time, and now it's the I guess this is the semifinal round. We're down to 4 combatants: Goku, Moraiko, Torby, and Paikon. And up first is Goku versus Moraiko. Moraiko, if you don't remember, big purplish dragon, monster beast Giran-esque, 2 horns, big tail, clawed feet, in shoes.
He's got the deal.
I have one thing from the Shroom Dude announcer in my notes at the top. I'm going to try to do his voice. Because everybody's very excited about this round kicking off, and he says, "Who said the dead don't know how to party?" I'm like, yeah. This Shroom Dude is a person of color.
A fungi of color.
I am black power fisting at Aaron from across many states at this point.
I don't, not too much announcer in mind, but we do get a cutaway to a dog man and an angel. And they're just they're discussing Goku in front of all of you. Alivu, who the Hercules-esque man who lost. I think the dog man's like, yeah, Goku might be the first person to get from the north who gets to train with the Grand Kai. And everyone's just like, oh, I know you didn't just say that. I think the angel's like, you did not just say that in front of all of you? Really?
Yeah.
Even all of you.
It's a really interesting difference, because I think they just kind of swapped who doubts Goku first. Because the dog guy is definitely like, I don't know, this Goku, he may be young, but he shows a lot of promise. Which I love. I love that, like, for the first time in a long time, Goku is now the young upstart at a tournament again. Because people should know that Goku, he lost a bunch of martial arts tournaments before becoming the greatest martial artist in the world. That's true.
And they showed it.
And with lessons from the Grand Kai on the line, Goku gets to skip 10,000 years of training. He's going for it. And we talk about this fight between Goku and Moraiko. I thought it was going to kick off with Goku doing after image techniques, but just a little flourish of VFX as they charge at each other. Moraiko and Goku are trading blows. I think we get a little cutaway to Paikon talking about, oh, this Goku, he's pretty good at martial arts. He's just a little unfocused, I think, in mine. A
similar thing. I think he's just like oh, but Goku's barely dodging these attacks.
Mm-hmm. Paikon's been like clocking Goku this entire time, kind of sizing him up. What's this guy's deal? He's a little confusing. Why is he? He's good, but he's a little immature.
Yeah.
But after pointing that out, Goku then gets hit by a big tail whip, sent careening through a couple of meteors before Mariko follows him. For a bit of comedy, he's like, Goku's like charging back through meteors and asteroids, and Mariko's like, oh, you want some more, eh? Grabs one. And he's like, I'm going to hit you with this right after I stop spinning.
All right, that's a good addition in the dub.
Yeah.
Also, I think you meant to say some comet-y.
Hold on. I have a prop for this. Let's see. Hold on. Everybody's going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Aaron, no comedy detected on the radar.
God damn it.
Gotcha. I can't believe you let me walk you into that.
I'm like, where's he going with this? He's got the dragon radar. He's pressing buttons. Damn. Yeah, this is a good little bit of the Malenko's just spinning around due to the weird gravity going on.
Mm-hmm. Goku, I think Mariko does manage to do a full rotation, throw the meteor. Goku counters with an energy blast. Nice pop for the audience. Even Grand Kai's like, oh, yeah. Goku then lands back in the ring. Mariko's nowhere to be found. Goku clocks that he is hiding his presence, which is like a little cool little bit of a thing because we know Mariko's very strong. Clearly, he's also very fast. But now he's got like a chameleon technique. And Goku, only locking on to the faintest energy signal, is able to kick him in the stomach, knock him out and out of the ring, winning the match. And the announcer says, he's knocked out and knocked out of the ring. You can't lose worse than that, folks.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. They're clowning Mariko's ass.
The thing that stood out is that you get a cut to Grand Kai hanging out. And I don't think I've noticed this before. There's a little green man now next to Grand Kai. Where did he come from?
Where did he come from, and why is he so dang cute?
I think he's holding up an umbrella or a leaf.
Yeah, he's holding up something to shade the Grand Kai. But he's green with little horns, little rosy cheeks.
I think it's the Just for Laughs mascot. So he speaks French.
Oui, oui.
Grand Kai, I have your baguettes, your croissant,
and some stinky cheese. Gruyere.
I have a hate for the bourgeoisie and a love of labor rights.
Ah, yes. And finally, Grand Kai, your slim cigarettes.
100, that should last the hour.
And don't worry, Grand Kai, I've downloaded all of Emily in Paris.
A show that I don't particularly care for. It should be Emily in It should be. I'm trying to think of a name that. Wait, Emily in Paris don't rhyme. Never mind. I don't have to do all that. It should be Emily in Montreal, is what I'm saying, or Quebec City.
Send her to French Canada.
Mm-hmm. That's the spinoff I want to see. Her coworker from the same company. It's just like, wait, she gets to go to Paris? It's like, don't worry, we've got something for just as good.
Maya in Montreal.
I'd watch the hell out of that.
I'd watch the hell out of Maya.
But yeah, I love this little green freak.
I'm so glad because there's another scene where I put in my notes. I was like, "Who's that little green guy?" So we got there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, is it funny to see the South Kai cheer for a fighter that's not his own? Everybody's got it out for North Kai. Okay.
What did he do?
I don't know. He died, and that's lame.
They're just roasting him. Why do they hang out?
They haven't had. It's one of those things. Toxic masculinity, maybe.
Here's the thing. This feels like the kind of relationship where you could say they were friends in college.
Mm-hmm.
And then but it was the kind of friend group that we were forced together. So that's why we hung out.
they all had the same theology major, and they roomed together, like a combination of them all roomed together for 1 year of their 4 years of college. And everybody associates them with each other.
Yeah.
So they can't break that stigma, or nobody knows where they are or something like that.
And they somehow all got a job at the same place.
Well, they all had the same internship opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Revolving summers. Look, now we're getting dangerously close to my real life story.
I think anyone who went to
absolutely.
An institute of higher education had friends that were friends there. And then as we move on, it's like, I don't know if I like these people. And that's fine, baby.
And that is A-okay. Mm-hmm. You are under no obligation to keep friendships that no longer serve either party. But be nice about it. Okay.
You can be nice about it.
You can put a button on it.
You don't have to do sports betting like King Kai, and the West Kai. Let's see. They start arguing. And then finally the bet's laid on the line. And the bet is, if Goku wins, the West Kai, he's going to give King Kai his planet. His little home.
That's nuts.
A whole ass planet. And then I think it's, King Kai is like, okay, well, if PyCon wins, I'll give you my planet. Wait, I can't do that. Although he should have lied about it. He should just lie. He doesn't know.
Almost did.
And then he's like, fine, I'll be your servant.
Not a fair trade. And I love the button that West Kai puts on this is like, perfect. You, I bet my planet and you bet your freedom. And I was like, that's a horrible way to put it.
Now that I'm thinking about this, that doesn't seem fair.
Oh no, North Kai. We shook hands and spat in our palms.
Hold on, let me look down. What? I don't remember. I was so mad. I was doing an angry handshake.
Too bad.
It's legally. Oh no, that mushroom guy has a legal document. He's a notary.
That's right, fools. I'm a notary public. At the Banana Republic.
Oh, you're doing shifts at the outlet mall?
Hey, announcers don't always pay the bills, baby. Sometimes you gotta shill.
What are we talking about? What are any memorable announcing gigs you had?
Memorable announcing gigs I've had.
Did you do it before you died?
The Worms Armageddon Pro-Am.
Mm-hmm. Oh, classic.
I did a lot of League of Legends.
Oh, esports.
Hold on now.
Okay.
I'm not done live action. I announced the what's that dog show?
The Westminster.
The Eastminster. I did the Eastminster.
Oh, okay.
Two poodles won. Tie game.
Down to the wire.
Down to the wire hair terrier.
Last
and seed.
And seed. Yeah, so there's the tournament now has higher stakes than before.
Oh yes.
I agree with you. It's like, really, you're going to be a servant without? Because I think the West Kai is like, all right, for as long as you live. Oops, I mean, just a certain amount of time.
That's a good joke. That's a good joke that they did not translate into the English one, which is like weird because that's perfectly morbid. Like perfectly morbid. So after the bet is laid and they lock it into DraftKings, Charles Barkley has signed off on it. Goku approaches, classically hungry guy. This time his stomach growls so loud that everybody can hear it, which prompts Grand Kai to be on Goku's side, appreciating his honesty. He says, "I can say this about you, Goku. You tell it like it is." Line makes no sense. No sense in mine. He said he was hungry. Is that telling it like it is? A straight shooter. That boy's a straight shooter. Direct. I like it.
So here's my big question, because we do cut to several chefs, several human-looking chefs.
Yep.
They set up a buffet. They're in the catering biz. Where are they coming from?
Yeah, bro.
Is this their hell or heaven?
Where are their halos? They got no halos.
That's true.
They are straight up contractors brought from whatever universe they're in, made to cook food for, I don't know, this tournament could last forever. Kinda. There's no time limit on these things. But yeah. It's
if
nuts.
they still have their bodies, they still need to eat.
I think that has been kind of retconned from this era of Dragon Ball Z. When we get to the Buu saga, I believe there's a contradiction with that sentiment. Long story short, to achieve Super Saiyan 3 form, Goku's like, I could only do it because I don't lose stamina and I don't need to eat.
That's true. But I think I don't know. Who knows? There's a lot of questions here.
There are a lot of
questions. Because like you said, there's no Halo. So someone from some angel on Earth came down and said, "Be not afraid. I'm curious about your availability 2 Saturdays from now."
Sorry to slide into your Insta DMs.
I have great tidings. I have a party of 100 people for a 3-course meal.
Y'all heard of Goku?
Everyone on Earth is just like, oh, fuck.
No one else would take the job.
Sorry, we can't charge by person on this one. It has to be per pound.
Hey, that's how you negotiate. That's what I would do. If I knew I was feeding Goku.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's by the ounce, friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing of like, at my company, we will contract out media work sometimes. And as soon as they hear the name of the company, they're like, price go up?
Mm-hmm.
Price higher?
Price higher for same work? You pay? Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yes. Because money have?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this seems like that situation of like, oh, I am nickel and diming Goku.
Yes, absolutely.
Ketchup. We're doing line items for ketchup packets. $1 a pop.
Hi, number 7 ain't cheap, and you know it.
He's not going to take hunts. No one will.
No one will. Good God. Speaking of things that no one will see, Pycon versus Torby.
Welcome, one and all, to Riley Hopkins and their amazing friends, the actual play podcast that steals. What does that mean? That means that we take stories from corporations and come back and tell our own fanfic-inspired actual plays with them. We do things like a Star Wars podcast that takes place 300 years after The Last Jedi. What if any Zoids media was good? We tell stories in those spaces that are better than the ones that the corporations tell us. because we're not fucking cowards. Please, come join us at Riley Hopkins and their amazing friends to hear a plethora of wonderful stories every once in a while on the Moonshot Podcast Network. Riley Hopkins and their amazing friends. Hosted by me, Riley Hopkins.
I promised you no Pycon and Torby fight, and I'm going to deliver on this side of the break because the first thing we see is East Kai running her squad after losing and falling out of the bracket during, unable to reach the semis, charging them with 10,000 laps around Grand Kai's planet while she rides on her super moped. Then, instead of seeing a fight between Pycon and Torby, I'm not kidding, we get to watch Goku eat and hear Torby's screams of anguish.
Yeah, when they do cut to Pycon, it is him standing in the middle of the ring and Tolby on a stretcher.
On a stretcher. And the announcer says, "Whatever's left of Torby has definitely been defeated."
Ugh. Like his wings are out. Like they're not retracted in. It was rough.
Yeah. It's rough. Anybody who knows beetle physicality, once the wings are out, it's bad for the beetle.
It's thank goodness we didn't see this fight. Seems rough.
Oh, sorry.
Then Goku, or the announcer is like, "All right, it's time for the finals, baby. Goku, please enter the ring." Goku is still far too busy eating meat on a bone to the point where King Kai has to drag Goku up to the stage. And the only way to do it is to take that meat on a bone. And Goku hanging on to it like a dog. Won't let go.
Just like my dog Bisbee. She's got the grip strength of a young dog now, not just the baby puppy. And I know what that feels like.
Yep. Like, come on.
Because she also fights on the weekends. That's not true. My name is Vince, not Vic. Okay. I never played for the Falcons or the Eagles.
Either I'm very innocent or very silly, because as soon as you made that reference, I was just like imagining Bisbee with boxing gloves. Not in any sort of actual danger, but a cartoon
absolutely
fight.
not. That would be the kind of dog fighting I would do.
That's
to make
fine.
them just like dance at each other.
If it humiliates them, then I'm on board.
Yeah. I just want my 60-pound dog to demoralize another 60-pound dog.
It's just fake paws that someone controls out of frame.
Are those the best use of animal actors? Where like it's a dog, because I think they've done it. They did it in SNL like twice this season, where there was like an audience of dogs, and they all had like things to do with fake paws.
That is, look, SNL has a long tradition of that with Toonces, the cat who drives from the 90s. Look, there is, if we want to get into the deep theory of comedy, to me, very few things are as funny as an actual animal, fake paws coming in both sides of frames, them rubbing their eyes, and then retracting the paws.
Yep. Fake paws holding a bag of popcorn and then throwing it in fear.
Checking. There's a little watch on a dog's paw, and they're checking it. It's more funny with dogs than cats. I will say that.
Yes, I agree.
Sorry, cats. You're not. We know you're so nonchalant. You can't be funny.
They've got a different comedic skill set. You laugh at a cat when they're freaking out, knocking stuff off of a shelf. Like you get your most bang for your buck cat comedically if the set piece is slightly off screen or behind a kitchen door, and all you hear is clatter, 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 smash, 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 clatter, clatter, glass breaking, and Robin Williams going, oh no, easy, kitty.
Simba down.
I thought you had a tabby, not a big old Bengal tiger.
You're true. Cats are physical comedians.
Yes.
They studied clowning and mime work. Dogs really need dogs are the improv.
Yes.
Comedians of the animal kingdom. They need other people to be around for them to work.
One more adding on to dog comedians. Dog comedians are the Kenan Thompson of animal sketch performers.
They do say things in a funny way, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm. Parrots, the Pete Davidson, because they're kind of annoying but cool to look at for a while.
Yeah. A lot of women like that.
A lot of women like to pose with pictures of parrots.
They're just surprised he's talking. Doesn't seem like he should be.
They can barely whistle, just like Pete Davidson. I don't know. I don't know if Pete Davidson can whistle.
I don't know. Good for him. They do need to put him back. Slap those tattoos back on him.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Look, I won't talk about women's bodies, but men's bodies, I'll judge them all day long.
All day long. Normalize shaming men's bodies.
Just like, it seems like we're getting, I didn't think we were going to get to this fight so soon, but here we are. Paikon in his head as Goku's getting dragged up to himself says, is he sure? Is he just full of himself or just plain stupid?
Ooh, it's a little more cutting. I think fits more with Paikon's whole look. In mine, he says he's either a fighting genius or a fool.
Not a fighting fool. Just
not
regular.
A fighting fool. Just a straight up fool.
It's a thin line.
Mm-hmm. A fighting fool. Now you're looking at a drunken master.
Goku never learned that. He's never had a drop.
He's never had a sip of alcohol.
He's straight edge.
Straight edge.
We can hit a certain button for that.
I was gonna say the straight edge Goku. I was waiting to comment on the fact that when this fight starts, there is an angel waving a banner of Saturn, which I think is more than enough evidence to conclusively say that Goku being a Christian lad is canon, not Nick Cannon. It's true.
He's been baptized.
Goku's been baptized. Glory to the Lord.
You think Vegeta's mad about that? An Earth religion.
Kakarot beat me to the punch once again, gaining the power of Christ Almighty.
It's like he knows he can't say it. He doesn't mention it out loud. He's like, thanks to my friends including Christ.
Dear God, please send me your energy.
What is a spirit bomb but a prayer to the heavens?
Right? Vegeta's just jealous.
I
had to go and marry a woman of science.
Well, here's the thing. He's not even married. Right? They're not.
That's right.
They're not legally married. Vegeta, when are you going to not live in sin anymore?
You shut your mouth, Kakarot. My relationship with Bulma and your God is mine alone. I don't like there being one prince of all men because I'm the prince of all Saiyans.
Wait, that's your whole thing against it?
That's right.
You want to be the King of Kings and Lord of Lords?
I am Kakarot. If only I had a planet.
Well, through God, all things are possible.
Shut
what I heard.
up, Kakarot.
I'm just saying, there's room for you on the pew every Sunday morning.
Hold on. Did you say pew?
Mm-hmm.
Pew, pew, Final Flash.
Not the house of worship, Vegeta. See, the bit is that, to me,
Go off.
is that Gohan and Chi-Chi are not interested in this at all. He is solo.
That is the unsaid part of this bit. Like if we were writing this sketch, if we were sending this to Team 4-Star, there'd just be like a 2-second cut of Chi-Chi and Gohan disapprovingly shaking their heads.
He just does it because he wants the wafer every week.
Vegeta, it's delicious.
Airy, light, and it turns into flesh after you swallow it.
And I don't believe that they actually give you wine, Vegeta. It's just grape juice.
Mm-hmm. So I can have it.
Goten does pick it up when he's born.
He wants to learn more about his father, and he just finds his Bible.
Just reads the notes from his Bible.
Mm-hmm.
40 loaves! 40 loaves!
Yeah, the only highlighted parts have to do with like food. Really into the part about Jonah. That whale sounds delicious. The very beginning.
Oh my! Yeah, go get past the very beginning of the Old Testament.
He's too entranced by that apple that no one. He's like, why couldn't I eat an apple, God?
God's just rubbing his temples at this point. Who let this guy in?
He's elbowing King Kai. Can't believe you trained this guy.
Shenron's just like slightly off screen, big bead of sweat.
Maybe I shouldn't have granted that wish for God to exist. Seems complicated now.
Shenron's just Three's Company. Oof.
All right, we can't.
We got back to a Trinity, and now we can talk about the fight.
Because it's a. I'm not going to say it's a more engaging fight than we've seen previously. Not the best fight,
Nope.
but it starts out surprisingly. Goku is very quick, very aggressive right at the beginning. He's already landing hits on Pikkon. Then Goku suddenly stops. He's like, "Hey, why aren't you dodging my punches? Are you saying that you don't have to?" And Pikkon is just like gives a devilish grin. Mm. And then Goku wants to be cool too, so he's like, "Yeah, I wasn't trying that hard either."
Yeah, let's see how you handle my full power.
Mm-hmm.
Then they, instead of clashing, they do a bunch of beam attacks. They do a homing beam attack at each other, which I thought was like classic Dragon Ball. This is elevated martial arts techniques that we've come to understand. If Krillin can do it, these two can do it. And I think that the highlight from that is when they both figure out that they have to get the balls of energy to crash into each other, which they do successfully. And this explosion, compared to the Miraiko explosion, that was Goku's output in the first fight of this episode, it eclipses the entire arena. So, which is like the size of a small planetoid, you could assume.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this explosion is massive. And I believe Grand Kai is like, now that's what I'm talking about. He loves it. And we get a feature from that little green guy holding the umbrella.
I have the ennui about this fight. I focus on my job.
Lock in, as they say. Like the French catacombs.
Oh, how I long for the streets of Montreal. Their bagels that are slightly different from New York. The thinner.
I believe they are called flagels. A portmanteau of the clumsiest design, a flat and bagel.
Montreal, the city of horrible portmanteau. It's a portmanteau city. Wait a minute.
We don't get to examine that.
Okay.
Because
I'm just impressed. I think I did something very special, but I'm not going to mention it in case I didn't. So we're just going to move along. I think I pulled the ultimate wordplay, but
that's what I'm stabbing for. I want people to think about it.
Think about it. Goku and Paikon don't think because they're like, let's just do a test of strength anyway, hand in hand. And Goku is actually able to push Paikon very close to the edge. And sort of this is when Paikon is able to kick himself out. And this is, they're both like, all right, we're enough flirting. You know, let's get down to business. Paikon removes his belt. And also hat and robe.
Okay. Woo.
They he tosses them, drop on the ground. They, of course, break the tile of the platform. Goku can barely lift it up on first try. And in mine... Also, I think Paikon has like I'd say a cephalopod type head.
Yes.
Spotted, round.
Spotted, round, bulbous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Paikon's design is like interesting. I think it's cooler all robed up though.
I don't like him without a hat.
Yeah, but the thing that I do like, Aaron, is his blue t-shirt. I like that loose-fitting, long-sleeve t-shirt look. With the red belt, the white pants, the black shoes. He's still cooking in the looks department.
He's got his pump cover.
Yep.
He's like, well, wait till I work out, then I'll take it off.
3 sets in, then I take it off.
Dramatically. But Goku, this is word for word what he says, and I can't believe they pulled this kind of meta bullshit. Goku says, "There's something about you that's a lot like Piccolo."
I am aghast, by slack jawed by that, because why not unify that sentiment and just let us live with that in the funny dub? Because we don't get that in the funny dub. It's, oh, you use weighted clothes to train. I understand. I should introduce you to my friend Piccolo. And then Paikon responds, Piccolo?
Who? That's a dumb name. Not like Paikon.
What is it? 2 C's?
What is he, some sort of flute?
Some musical green man? Goku, are you talking about Michigan J. Frog? But yeah, yours being just outright meta is way more fun than like, you guys notice another green guy.
There's something about you. I can't quite put my finger on it.
You know, the mushroom guy reminds me of Piccolo too, and I don't understand why.
Everyone reminds me of Piccolo. I miss Piccolo, I guess. Hope he and his son are good.
King Kai's just like, oh God, he's still going.
Goku, not everyone's Piccolo.
Huh? What'd you say, Piccolo? But look. Weighted clothes are off. Goku's like, okay, now I can show you what I'm really all about. Charges up, goes Super Saiyan, and then says something along the lines of,
Ooh.
I didn't know it was going to be this kind of fight. Yeah, it rings a little weird. I think it's one of those where the English dub had to have Goku have like the last line, I guess. They couldn't let just Pikkon end the show with Piccolo. And then going Super Saiyan. The announcer in mine says Goku now in his Super Saiyan form. I don't know if this is Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2. What would you say? There's the crackling electric energy. His hair hasn't changed into like that extra spiky Super Saiyan 2 mode, but I don't know if Goku has access to that just yet.
I feel like it's one.
Yeah. But it's a Goku Super Saiyan 1, which is like 1.5 of a Vegeta.
Pretty
maybe
good.
a full 2 times a Trunks.
Damn, Dragon Trunks' ass.
I'm just saying pre Zenkai boost from getting shot in the chest. That's all.
Oh yeah. Well, he went back.
Oh yeah.
He beat everyone up.
Yeah, he went back and was
handily.
Like ascended Saiyan 1 form. Like the way that Vegeta reached that extra power level after watching his baby boy get shot in the chest. And Goku Super Saiyan 1 is about 0.75 of Gohan's Super Saiyan 2, maybe. But we don't do that kind of math here.
No. Because the episode's over. That's where we end it.
That's where it ends. Calculator's down.
Mm-hmm.
Hand in your answers to the quiz.
Yeah, pass them up to the front. Don't do time test.
Yeah, let's not if you're out there listening to this and also educating the kids, I want to shake your hand virtually and say thank you. And then I'm going to pull you in and say, get rid of timed quizzes.
Or just like, hand it is like at the end of the hour, hand it in. But look, we're not here to educate in any way, shape, or form because we got to get out of here. That's the end.
That's it. That's the end of the episode. And I'm very excited to continue this fight between Goku and Pikkon in the next one. But go for it.
Oh, here are my theories. One, we're one episode away from teenage Gohan having adventures. I am chomping at the bit to get to that. 2, I think it's going to be some goof prize at the end. Oh,
absolutely.
And I think it is going to be like, if Goku wins, it's a goof prize. If Pikkon wins, it's a real prize. It's the actual training. Right now, I think Pikkon's gonna win.
Okay.
I think it's gonna go to points. It's gonna be technical. And I think the judges are gonna lean towards Pikkon just because he's been in it longer.
Okay. You think seniority is gonna come into play? I'm going to play the spoiler and I'm gonna take Goku. And I'm gonna go over on the fake prize. I think it's gonna be a prize that Goku's like, I don't want it, and everybody's gonna fall over. But you can lock that in. Just tell DraftKings Kame House Party sent you.
Yeah. Look, if I lose, Vince gets my planet.
And if I lose, Aaron gets all my cats.
No, you'll be so sad.
I would move in with you if you took my cats away from me. But we're not going to take this podcast away from you. Actually, we're going to give you more podcasts. If you go over to patreon.com/Kame House Party, $3 a month gets you access to our back catalog of bonus content, as well as there is now a live stream archive that I just set up for our Goku Day stream. So if you missed that, you can go watch and enjoy all of our funny guests, because YouTube would not allow me to do so because of copyright stuff.
Yeah.
So, a one-time $3 payment will get you access to that. And Dime Dumps are still releasing weekly over there on the Patreon. So $3 gets you access to that. And new subscribers get shout outs on the podcast. So check out patreon.com/Kame House Party. We also stream on Twitch. We are in the midst of a split fiction co-op playthrough. So head on over to twitch.tv/Kame House Party. And why don't you give us a like, share, and subscribe over there? Aaron, anything else to plug?
No, I think that's it. I mean, we've been doing a lot of plugging, a lot of things have been happening. We can take a break.
But your short film is available to
it is. I talked about it last week.
Oh, okay. Well, just another little plug for that because it's good and Aaron's good at what he does. So
Look,
check that out.
I think hold on. Let's do the experiment. I'm going to open up in an incognito window. I'm going to go to YouTube.
Got to be safe.
See, I'm going to type in Aaron J. Shelton. And, well, that's an ad. No, yeah, my short film is the first thing that comes up. Give it a watch. Give it a watch, why not?
The SEO works for the people once again. So yeah, check that out. Just go ahead and search Aaron J. Shelton on YouTube to watch his short film and other things that he's made.
The third one down is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot with 100% more Aaron. So a previous stream we did 5 years ago.
There we go. It's all coming together on YouTube. And yeah, no more calls to action. Just thanks for listening, sharing, liking, subscribing. Our audience is wonderful. So if you're new here, enjoy the good company. And whether you are comparing yourself to a green musical instrument, or you're fine-tuning your martial arts instrument, you gotta keep